I saw a man on the street doing just what you see here. Not in the same place, but it was essentially the same. And so the starting point is very typical for me. I see something, I don't photograph it. Technically, it's a kind of reconstruction. You don't capture it, you don't do reportage, you let it go. And because it wasn't photographed and because it wasn't captured, it becomes kind of a free form. And the free form then gives me some freedom. I'm somehow near to documentary in my attitude, but I'm not there. I could be a neighbor, I could be a visitor, I could be a foreigner, I could be a lot of things, but I'm not it. But I accept the idea that documentary or reportage is the fundamental way photography is done. I'm working in black and white in the most traditional way, completely analog with chemistry. I'm working with transparencies when I want. I'm working with inkjets. I made photographs with my cell phone. I use all different cameras. I don't want to be identified with any one set of equipment or medium inside photography. The rules I've made, or the categories I've made, just apply to me. They're not necessarily for anyone else. And yet, on the other hand, they're open to anyone as well. So maybe I'm the kind of person who really doesn't like the idea of getting up in the morning, getting my camera and going chasing people all day long. It just doesn't appeal to me, although I can do it if I have to. See, I think this is a street photograph. It was made in the street. It wasn't done the way that Cartier-Bresson or Gary Winogrand does them. But I feel that if you had this picture hanging next to one or two of each of those, once you got over the idea that they were so different, I hope you might think, oh, there's a really interesting kinship relationship between these pictures, and they all say something about photography, and all are valid. One of my rules to myself is to include nothing that disturbs the notion or the illusion that this is exactly what a single moment would be like if this photograph was taken in a single moment. Most of the people in the picture are not aware they're being photographed. They're not working with me. So the picture both is and is not a straight photograph. When I chose the place for my camera, I chose it because it showed this whole space from left to right, top to bottom. I liked the way it showed the street, but also it created a stage, a place for the man to be, because he's sort of hiding in the parking lot. He might have been coming across the parking lot, thinking his own thoughts, whatever they were, and suddenly he made this instantaneous gesture of trying to shoot something that wasn't there with a weapon that he doesn't have. It's a fantasy. I like very much just the planar relationship of the vehicles and things like that. So that's photographic seeing. I just saw it all at once, and that's where I wanted to be.